Hello everybody, my name is Faethodas and I welcome you to a new build guide for the Monk class in Diablo 3 Reaper of Souls. We are currently on patch 2.4.3 and here we go! Many of you may know some of the statements made by Blizzard back in 2012 and even before this game was released to the public. They said that Diablo 3 has millions and billions of builds to create and play. Well, although this statement is a super exaggeration, the game provides the field to make experiments and try out different things. I always loved exploring new stuff, new things, new possibilities in action RPG games, and a game that is providing hundreds and millions of different ways to build your character and many different build possibilities is the most important thing an action RPG player should look for, in my opinion. While Diablo 3's billions of builds are absolutely non-existent, still there are some choices to be made, and the possibility to create a small amount of different builds is still there. So, we are going to explore one of these possibilities in this build guide. This build is called Death's Bargain LoN Monk, because this build is created around the Death's Bargain legendary power and it is using the Legacy of Nightmares set. Let's start with the items and then we can jump to the skills. Since this is a LoN build, the most important items are the two green rings of this set, the Litany of the Undaunted and the Wailing Host. The ability this set provides is, while this is our only set item bonus currently on our hero, we gain 100% more damage and 4% reduced damage taken for every ancient item we have equipped. The gloves I am using are the Mage Fist. Although the fire damage boost it provides is useless for this build, all the other stats of this item are absolutely amazing. And this item is also an ancient one, so it becomes even more powerful in a LoN setup. For the bracers we use the Steady Strikers. It is a very good choice for this build because it provides attack speed among other goodies, and this build needs the best attack speed possible. The best bracers item for this build would possibly be the Lacuni Prowlers, but I haven't found a good Lacuni item so far, so for now I use this one. The chest armor I currently use is a green one, because I couldn't find a better ancient legendary chest item, so currently I use this for this build. But I think that the best choice for this build would be the legendary Tyrael's Might chest armor, because it provides a small boost to damage against demons. Nothing fancy, but better than this one. The belt is the legendary Kyocera Soul. This is a must-have belt for this build, because we want Sweeping Weed to be always active. This item also boosts the damage of Sweeping Weed, so it is very nice. The legendary power of this belt is Sweeping Weed. Gains 2 stacks every second. It does not deal damage to any enemies. The helm we use is the Eye of the Storm. This is a lightning build too, so this helm is mandatory for a little boost to our damage. Our lightning skills deal up to 30% more damage with this helm, so it is awesome. Our boots are the crudest boots. We want those boots for the legendary power it provides. Mystical Eyes summons 2 Mystical Eyes that fight by our side. We want to have 2 allies on our side, so this is mandatory. In the slot for punch, we need the depth diggers, because one of the 2 damage dealing skills of this build is a primary skill, so this item is mandatory as it doubles the damage of our primary skills. I was very lucky to find one almost perfect. Check this number, 99% out of 100. It is ancient too. I could not believe it when I found this item. Our soldiers are the... I don't know how to pronounce it right. Lefebvre's soliloquy? Lefebvre's soliloquy? This is a mandatory item too, because we are using the Cyclone Strike skill all the time, and with its legendary power we get more toughness and we stay alive longer. Cyclone Strike reduces your damage taken by up to 50% for 5 seconds. Also, it gives a little boost to the damage of the Sweeping Wind skill. The amulet is the Halcyon's Ascent, something like that. I couldn't find a better ancient amulet, so I use this one currently. But it is a nice amulet because its legendary power makes the monsters jump uncontrollably when we use Epiphany. So it is a funny effect. It's like the electricity of our skills hitting the butts of our enemies and make them jump from the pain, or something like that. Now for the weapons. In one hand we use the Odin's Son legendary mace, which gives up to 20% more damage to lightning skills, and also it has a legendary power up to 40% chance to chain lightning enemies when you hit them. A nice addition to the build. Also we put a socket with a green gem inside for much more critical damage. The second weapon is the Won Kim Lao. It gives up to 25% more damage to lightning skills, and we put a socket for a green gem to this item too. By using this item with the Odin's Son and the Eye of the Storm Helm, our lightning skills deal up to 75% more lightning damage, so we become stronger as it looks like. If only I could get a Lakuni Prowlers with the right stats and 20% to lightning skills damage. Oh, that would be good. The legendary gems we are using are the Bane of the Trapped, which boosts our damage in a very significant way because it provides an aura which reduces the movement speed of our enemies by 30% within 15 yards, and it increases the damage against enemies under the effects of control impairing effects. The second gem is the Simplicity Strength. This gem increases the damage of our primary skills very much, and it also heals our hero when we use primary skills, which we do all the time. The third gem is a mandatory one for this build. It's the Molten Wildebeest's Gizzard. After not taking damage for 4 seconds, we gain an Absorb Shield for 200% of our total life per second. But the most important part of this gem is that it regenerates a big amount of life per second, which we need for this build. In the cube, we use the legendary powers of the Furnace. It increases damage against elites by 50%. Obsidian Ring of the Zodiac, to help with using Epiphany more often, and the most important power, the Death's Bargain. With this power we gain an aura of death that deals 1000% of our life per second as physical damage to enemies within 16 yards. and we no longer regenerate life. This build was created around this legendary power, just to see what a monk can do with this one. Now let's talk about the skills. The passive skills we use are Alacrity, for 15% more attack speed when using primary skills. Beacon of Yita, to reduce the cooldown of Epiphany mostly. Seize the Initiative, again to gain more attack speed while fighting. And Fleet-footed! Yup! You didn't see that coming, did you? Just for running a little faster. Our active skills are Sweeping Wind with the rune Cyclone. This rune is a powerful one because it has a chance to release lightning tornadoes that deal much damage to enemies when we do critical hits. This skill is a great help and it's the second damage dealing skill of this build. Mystic Ally skill with the rune Enduring Ally. We use this rune because we get more life regeneration by this and it increases the damage of the Death's Bargain legendary power, at least in theory. Also, when we activate this skill, the Mystic Ally sacrifices himself to heal us, so it is a very nice skill to have. The next skill is the Mantra of Healing with the rune Sustenance. This skill increases our life regeneration and when activated, it creates a damage absorption skill to protect us from harm. Epiphany skill with the rune Soothing Mist. We use that skill for instant dashing to enemies, spirit regeneration and healing ourselves while it is active. Fists of Thunder with the rune Static Charge. This is the main damaging skill for this build, and with this rune it becomes a lightning skill, so we kick ass with our fists. Let's not forget that this skill gets boosted by the Depth Digger's punch for 99% and also by 75% damage to lightning skills that our two weapons and helm provide. And last but not least, the Cyclone Strike skill with the rune Implosion. We use this skill and rune because we love our enemies and we want them to come closer to us to hang out a little bit. So we pull them towards us from a distance of 34 yards and we kiss them goodbye with our fists of lightning. Also, this skill reduces the damage we take by 50% for 5 seconds, because we use the Lefebvre Solicoye shoulders, and also it's the skill we use to reduce the cooldown of Epiphany, as we have the Obsidian Ring of the Zodiac legendary power active in our cube. The only thing left to talk about is the Paragon points. Well, we max out everything in the tabs: offense, defense and utility. In the core tab we max out the movement speed and maximum spirit, and we put the rest of the points to dexterity. Simple. So, the way to play this build is very simple. First, we activate the Sweeping Wind. Then we activate the Epiphany when we approach lots of monsters. Then we use Cyclone Strike to bring them closer to us, and then we punch them to their faces because we love them. If we feel like we are going to die, we use the Mystic Ally skill to heal us instantly, and in tough situations we can use the Mantra of Healing to create an absorb shield for a while. That's it. This is a very simple build to play. Also, it is a slower paced build, It doesn't use the dashing strike skill, it is not moving very fast, and I find it enjoyable to play because, to be honest, slower paced gameplay feels more like Diablo than running like the Flash and killing enemies instantly. So, this build is a slow paced build, it is a simple fighting build, it is a LoN build, it is a fun build, and also it is not, I repeat, it is not a powerful build. As you can see, my Paragon levels are more than 1000, and surely I can play easily on Torment 10, but after Torment 12 things are getting bad. So, that's it for this build, guys. More explorative, experimenting, fun builds will come to this channel. If you like this type of stuff, hit the like button, share this video and subscribe to stay updated with more content. And don't forget, we are exploring the possibilities here and we are not trying to create the most powerful build. Thanks for watching, I'll see you again in the next video. Stay healthy, bye!